now ready to plaster this ceiling. Shadow gap beads have all fitted beautifully. It's quite a high one, this, about 2.8 metres high, so we will have the stilts on the highest setting. Under there. And when using the stilts, what do we do, E?
Try not to fall off it.
Well, that's one answer. We also clear the room. Ethan's just bitter because he hurt his feet on them the other day. This is how I like my room before we start. Nice and clear. No trip hazards. Got full protection on the floor. Hop-up's ready to go there, stilts over there. Let's get mixed up. Very important step, adding fibre tape or scrim, we call it, over all joins. Also, it's good practice. If you look over here, any screw heads, any screw holes that were missed, it's good practice to just pop some over the top of there as well. But this will reduce any risks of cracking. Can use a Stanley. I'm just using these scissors, I've got them to hand. I'm just checking the ceiling now for screws as well, like the screws that are sticking out. Sometimes happens, but you can catch a trowel on that. It's probably difficult to see on the camera, but that's just sticking out the middle, see? So this is on it now. Put it in the back. With a quick check, make sure I've not missed any. Alright, looking good, almost ready to mix up. Nice couple bags on. Ready to go. Brackets. Getting it on, just watching Kris do all the work here. It's about time I jump on the stilts and give him a hand. Enter a quick time lapse. We all love a good time lapse. Makes the ceiling look much, much easier and quicker than it actually was. We've just got the first coat on and I'm getting rather peckish. So, quick snack. The amount of energy I burn through work, exercise, general life, 1,000 calories per 200 grams. Just what I need. Right, a quick speed scum. Well done, Kris. It's working, so I can eat my food.
I'm going to grab an orange and a banana.
That is the second coat applied. So the second coat has now been fully applied. So we will just wash out. Ethan, if he hasn't already, will be very useful and wash out the bucket, keeping all our tools and things nice and clean. We'll probably give this 5 or 10 minutes at least, because it's got plenty of time for this to tighten in a little before we then give it its first flatten. It's a good job we don't have much work to do, isn't it, Eve?
Yeah.
This has had a good 10 minutes and it is now taking its first wet trowel. See, Kris is using the sprayer. You can also use a paintbrush, which we do sometimes use. And I will give him a hand because it's a decent sized ceiling. Many hands make light work. I shall give him a hand. Okay. This has now had its first wet trowel and it's looking very nice. Things being normal. We'll now give this another good 10 minutes before we then do the final wet trowel, ready for its dry trowel. See, these stilts are quite fun on this setting, aren't they, Kris?
Pardon?
The stilts, they're quite fun on this setting.
Yes.
On 2.8, I think 2.9 metres high, this ceiling, which means the stilts are on their highest setting. And actually, it's been a while since I've been on the stilts, so it was a teensy bit wibbly wobbly first, but we're all right now. We're all right, we're good. Final wet trowel now. This is tackling it all, and then I like to, on the second wet trowel, that is when I will pull all this protective tape off that I put on the wonderful shadow gap beads to protect them. I will pull it off at this stage and give it all a clean. I find this is the ideal time to clean up all your edges and all your beads. So we have just cleaned up all around the lovely cornice, the coving. So you've got a nice shadow gap detailing around there. Just needs decorating, of course, the whole room. But that is looking much more finished. Just wants a dry trowel. Down there. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.